I am recording visually. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac
Too
William
many
Joseph.
words.
Across the way from me is Jordan Van Cleve. This is the very special episode, season finale of season 4, Big 4-0, episode 40. Can you believe it, Jordan? We've been doing this 40 times in a row, baby girl, with some, schedule changes here and there. But every Saturday, you've been getting treatment the last 40 weeks. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. 12 more weeks and it'd be a full year. Holy shit. Yeah. Just 12. Dude, that's like almost 10. And that 10 is almost singular digits. A month from now, it's going to be 8.
Today is May 11th. It is 8:38 p.m. We don't really have an idea what we're going to do for this episode.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, then never
Bro,
mind.
so much happened to me in the last week.
I guess a lot's happened to me too, but
Yeah, what's happened with you?
Well, obviously, there's no video in this episode as of right now. First listeners / watchers will not be seeing video. Eventually, there will be video. We're recording, but something is going on with my computer.
If everything goes right, this episode will have this video.
If everything goes right.
Okay, cool. So if you're seeing us, good things have been happening. I mean, that's no worry to you, but...
If you don't see us, good things are not happening.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, at least for his computer. But, yeah, so much has happened. So let's get into the first segment. Still practicing on the changed up structure. What you learned this week?
I learned that what did I learn? That's a really good question.
I've learned a lot
this
last
learned
week.
that you can sometimes start a car with a pair of pliers. I'm not going to elaborate on that. That's just how it be.
Okay. After my first 2 days working radio, I've learned quite a bit. Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the level of mention as to what radio station I work for. I am a proud employee intern at Pulse 101.7. If you're in the Des Moines area, give it a good listen. Today's positive music. Wonderful Christian channel. But I will also come with the disclaimer that Scald Stone Productions, Too Many Words podcast, is not affiliated with Pulse 101.7 in the slightest at all. Okay? I'm just a person that is personally associated with both. Okay? I say that just so, if you have a bad thing with me, don't make that Pulse's problem. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have a bad thing with Jordan, even, definitely don't make that Pulse's problem. So yeah,
I don't listen to Pulse.
I'm not gonna try to overshare too much about Pulse 101.7, but hey, go give it a good listen. Okay, they're a really good company, really good radio station.
He's in an ad now.
Super fun. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, just once again, not affiliated with Skull Stone Productions. Have nothing to do with each other. Okay. There's a reason why I didn't mention my last job too much, but something like this is really exciting, and I think that there is definitely merit in me wanting to spread the word of, hey, go listen to Pulse 101.7. But anyways, yeah, working there the last 2 days, not the last 2 days, 2 of the last 3 days. I've learned quite a lot about radio. Not too much, but a small little thing I've learned is those small generic beats that are in the background if a host is talking or it's just in the background of like a promo or an ad. In the radio business, they call those beds. Beds.
Nice.
Yeah, so just if it's just generic background beats on any radio station that you're listening to, they call those beds.
Nice.
Yeah. Next segment. We already glazed over it. How was your week, brother?
I don't know, man. This week was kind of a roller coaster. I made some breakthroughs with the car. But with those breakthroughs came more setbacks.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what kind of situation we're in with it, honestly. We're getting close to getting it started to fully running, but like I don't know exactly what it still needs, to be honest. Then obviously there was the thing I mentioned earlier with my computer behaving weird and acting poorly, and I don't like it. I'm upset about it. I had 2 days off in a row though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, could you really call those days off?
Sometimes I don't feel like it.
I hate it when I have a bad day on my days off.
I was supposed to have tomorrow off. I requested it off because I was taking Ness to the doctor, and they did not give me that. I didn't.
Well, if it's medical.
I mean, I didn't specify that.
Well, you kind of have to, and then they also kind of have to, especially if it's medical.
Yeah, but either way.
But I don't know if it's different since you're not the one that's medical.
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. I've kind of had almost the exact opposite kind of week. With that said, since did we record last Friday, or did we just?
We did last Thursday.
We did do last.
It's been
Thursday.
a week since we did
right.
a real episode.
Yeah, and since we did do those movie reviews, I don't really think I've talked about what's happened to me personally lately. I don't think I mentioned that my car situation kind of went up and did a lot of things. I don't even think I mentioned that I sold my truck last episode. So a lot has happened with my mobile situation since then. Yeah, the truck's gone. That Toyota Tacoma. It was a love-hate relationship. It's like, hey, you look good when you're parked and not crooked. You were a good idea if it came to fruition, for camping. But yeah, it was just one problem after another. My mom was like, hey, you can borrow one of my vehicles if you sell it. Plus, I'm not giving you a choice. I took your keys. You are not driving that anymore. Sell the thing. Took me a few days, but I did sell it. For $4,000. With that $4,000, I paid off a couple credit cards. That had everything to do with the the snowboarding equipment behind me. But yeah, I had about $3,000 left, and I was like, this is gonna be the startup to me saving all summer and getting a car for like upwards of $7,000. Get like a nice car, a good car. And then I walk into my mom's bedroom, and I'm like, all right, let's talk about this. And she's like, no, you're gonna buy a new car with the money you have. And in that moment, I wished every terrible thing upon my mother, because that was not the deal. I mean, it's only my second day with my new car, but still, at the moment, I was like,
what the hell, Mom?
What the hell, Mom? If I buy anything that's worth $3,000, I'm going to be in the same situation with all these stupid car problems. And, lo and behold, there was some good options. There was some good options locally, but they were not, I have to at least like my car a little bit, so, these $1,500 cars from like the late 80s that probably ran and runs pretty well as we speak. But like, the I don't know. I'm probably too picky when it comes to cars, which is why I've gone to states for like 50. I've left the state for probably at least like 4 of them. But I'm glad in the end we got it all done. Let's talk about it. Jordan, where'd we go for my new car?
Minnesota.
Where?
Minneapolis,
Minnesota. Just under 4 hours away from where we are sitting. This was the first road trip that Jordan and I ever took. Just us. Yeah. It was not extravagant, but it's always good when we talk. There's a reason why we have a podcast together. We like talking to each other most of the time. It's kind of funny. It's chippy. Smart assy, stuff like that. And nothing extravagant on the way there. It's just hey, it's an Iowa cornfield. That really just turned into, hey, it's a Minnesota cornfield, until we got to the Minneapolis city. Yeah, the city of Minneapolis. But intense traffic, and then we found this 2004 Subaru Forester that I quickly really kind of grew a liking to. See, it's kind of a little bit on the brep side, but not all the way brep. For those who speak English, that just means a tuner street racing car. Jordan is confident that once this thing gets to 100%, it could actually be like a performing car, like a really good one.
That's true.
Those days are behind me until I get a car that's for like the purpose of that. Until then, I kind of enjoy just the hum of the engine, But I don't know. Yeah, it's also been a very long time since I've had a cool race-ish car, But yeah, for now, it's probably too soon to call. But I'm pretty happy with this car. It's red. I think it's my first red car since the Blazer. And even then, I barely called that a car. Yeah, first red car.
Yeah.
Yeah. No words on this entire trip that took us like most of Wednesday.
I mean, we went there. We went to a comic book store. We came back.
Yeah. We did go to a comic book store.
We opened the day by going to KFC. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then,
do you think only crackheads get hired there? I don't know, man.
I think it's the area, the one we went to.
You think so?
I don't know.
Speaking of areas of things that we go to, that Walgreens was something else, man.
Was it?
Yeah. So
you were in there for a long time.
Yeah, because the cashier, I don't know if she's slow or a druggie or something that damaged her brain in some sort of way. I'm sorry if she's like got a perfectly fine brain. She's got a weird way of using it if that's the case. But anyways, yeah. For every single person that came in, whether they were in a group together or not. Hello, welcome to Walgreens. Hello, welcome to Walgreens. Hello, welcome to Walgreens. She said that for 5 times in a row at this 5-member small Spanish family. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you didn't do that at your Walgreens job?
We were trained to greet people when they walk in. I did that for the first month of my job. But it was always just like a,
What's
Hi.
that?
What's up? How you doing? Hi. It's kind of redundant because I'll do all of that when they come back to the register. You know? I actually kind of changed the way that, at least for some assistant managers' expectations at Hy-Vee back when I was young, they did a 6-month review on me or a 4-month review on me because they did the shorter ones. And they're like, yeah, the best I could say is just, greeting the customer. And I'm like, don't you think it's a little silly for a customer to show up and the cashier's like, hey, how's it going? And then I don't know, less than 30 seconds later, the bagger's like, hey, how's it going? It's a little redundant. It's a little unnecessary. And then they never asked me of it ever again. At least Shaylin didn't. And I don't think it even happened ever again for me. It's never a problem. I'd like to think I'm a pioneer. Okay?
You're not.
I'm not. But, that was like one of the most chill interactions when I did get the car. He was nice. He was serviceable. He actually, seemed like he knew what the hell he was talking about. He's definitely a car guy. He treated it nice. And there was no, hey, big, obvious, super expensive reason why we need to get rid of this car. It was just, it's kind of silly. So this guy got his girlfriend this car. And then they broke up. And apparently she mentioned that she didn't really want to give him the car or something. And I don't know. It's a really weird, complicated story. But the girl was nice. It was kind of awkward almost at first. Because, I don't know. My my girlfriends, Jordan, what are you doing?
I don't know, man.
What are you... Yeah? Can I get you in the conversation?
I'm listening.
My girlfriends, as soon as they become an ex, we don't do a lot of hanging out. Okay? Some of them I've never even seen ever since we broke up. Yeah, 2 of them. And the other 2 I just, see on occasion because we live locally. But anyways. Yeah, I'm like, hey, you guys are pretty amicable for a fresh breakup. She's like, oh yeah, we're only dealing with each other so we can sell this car. Because the car is under my possession, but he bought it with his money, so we gotta sell it so he can get some money, and I have to deal with the title. And I'm like, okay, makes sense. She's like, yeah, we're not going to be so amicable once we get this done. I'm like, oh, okay, so blocked numbers? She's like, yep, okay, cool. She was very nice, though. They were both very nice. I don't know what made them want to break up, but they were both very polite people, at least in person. Anyways, their dog's name is Scooby.
The dog was really cute. I wanted to pet him, but I never got the chance.
Yeah, he recently got fixed. That's why he had a cone.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, my experience was great. And yeah, nothing really wrong with the car except for a turbo inlet that I need to have fixed. Otherwise, it's still a really good car. See, the only issue with the turbo inlet is that, in short, I really just don't need to be putting the pedal to the metal. I don't need to be flooring it because it can't handle it until it gets fixed.
Yeah.
Outside of that, the only other issue is because of the inlet, once it's low on gas, like if you let it get low on gas, after you fill it up and try to leave the gas station, it takes a second to start. Now, he didn't tell me that it fails to start. He didn't tell me that he's ever needed to trailer it off of a get and go or something like that. So, yeah, I think, we just got to play it safe until I find a place that can get it fixed. Because, believe it or not, Jordan, I've never really taken a car to a shop to get fixed. And I'd like your guidance.
The truck.
What?
You got the truck fixed at a shop.
I got the truck fixed at a shop that only does stuff like that, like Merrill axle and wheel. They deal with like suspension, everything related to frames, wheels, stuff like that. I don't think a guy's gonna jump in there for a turbo. I really don't think so. Maybe I can give him a call. But yeah, we'll see. Where do you go
Me.
for a car getting some fixing?
Me.
You fix it.
I try to if I can.
Okay, you want to fix my turbo inlet?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. What help
You
are
gonna
you?
pay me to do it?
I got $600 sitting somewhere because I need it fixed.
Okay. I thought you said it was 800.
Yeah. It's 6 now, okay? Don't worry about it.
I am gonna worry about it.
Okay, just know that 200 was not spent irresponsibly. Okay? I didn't use it for anything from today or yesterday. Okay?
Wink,
I
wink.
promise.
Wink. Wink.
Even though it's
wink.
probably should have gone towards my credit card. But anyways, and anybody judging me about me using my credit card, I want you to know that my freaking credit score is 752. It's probably better than yours. So,
Wow.
let's get ready to suck it! Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. And then, like, the rest of the issues,
A lot of minor cosmetic issues.
it's mainly because, this car is almost 20 years old. It's got some rust here and there. No major rust, just a little bit of body rust.
The most
around
concerning
the
rust
wheel
is the stuff around the
rust.
gas, gas latch.
Yeah, since the engine got rebuilt, first of all, it's basically 10,000 miles young. That's really like the technical mileage on it.
I mean, in order to completely reset the mileage on a vehicle, you have to rebuild the engine, the transmission, and the
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, they've never really needed to tack on the transmission.
I
So,
think you have to reinforce the frame again or something like that. I don't know.
but yeah, 206,000 total miles. But yeah, the top engine got rebuilt 10,000 miles ago, and the bottom half of the engine got rebuilt 50,000 miles ago. So I think we're doing pretty all right. You said your words were a very healthy sounding
the engine does sound
engine.
very healthy, yes.
So no worries there, at least for the foreseeable future, for a while. And then every little thing with wiring, I think they, maybe some electrical mishaps here and there. My cruise control doesn't work. Something moves when you try to open the moonroof at the top, but it's not the moonroof. There's some bulbs, I think, that might need replacing on the odometers, because at night I have no clue what my gas level is because there's just no light there. And then the Prindle down at the bottom, your shifter, there's no lights there, but I have a thing next to the odometers that lights up what it's in anyways, so that's not really a problem. Yeah, nothing really major. Really would love cruise control, but other than that, the only thing that has to happen is, well, one, me mailing the license plates back, and that turbo inlet replacement. Jordan, grade my car right now.
7 out of 10.
The same as your car.
What?
The same as your Camaro.
Oh, no.
Well, they're both 7 out of 10.
Different SKUs.
Okay. Why?
Well, so mine has a 7 out of 10 for a non-running vehicle from the 80s.
Okay.
Yours is 7 out of 10 for a running vehicle from the early 2000s.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Other than that, yeah, it's a fun car. I haven't had a car with a turbo since the Lancer, and the Lancer was really fun. But I really like going slow in it. I just like hearing it purr.
Cruising.
I like hearing it purr.
He likes to cruise, which makes sense because it's fucking so low. It's so low to the ground.
It is.
It's not slammed.
Should I get a lift kit on it?
I mean, you could just put the stock lift on it.
Isn't the stock lift
That is
pretty
not-
low? No?
That's not stock.
Oh, so he lowered it, you're saying.
That's definitely lowered.
Okay. Well, long story short, I'm pretty happy with my mobile situation. Yeah. Jordan, we brought some drinks into the studio.
Yeah, we did.
Explain.
Yeah, we did. We were at Hy-Vee today, and you were like, I want some ginger beer because I like ginger beer.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a while.
Excuse me.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll take over. This is ginger beer, cock and bull, with real sugar since 1946. The extra ginger soft drink. Ginger beer, really, for those who don't know, is a mixer for alcoholic drinks. But since I don't drink, I actually find these pretty nice. Let's see. Back when I would spend the night at my friend's house in high school, his name was Ethan Mullins. And I'm not afraid to name drop because Ethan Mullins and I are tight as hell. But, what is that, like the stock suspension?
Mm-hmm.
Looks naturally less cool. Anyways, he had this mini fridge in his basement, and that's really where we would spend the night, in his basement. Is that lowered?
Mm-hmm.
Naturally cooler
Probably
looking.
about the same as yours.
Okay. Anyways, he had a mini fridge in his basement, and they were just full of these things that he called ginger beer. And I had never heard of it, but we drank them all every time I spent the night. They were very good. They were the Bundaberg brand, and that was what I would call in Hy-Vee today my first love of ginger beer. It is still my favorite preference for ginger beer. But you still have what was that one that you pointed at?
I don't remember.
Ballas?
I don't remember what it's called.
Well, anyways, yeah, there's just a bunch of ones that I've tried, bunch of ones that I've liked, bunch of ones that I didn't like. Some have pulp. I don't really prefer that. But yeah, we tried. I bought a 4-pack of Cock and Bull, and you see 2 because we've already drank 2, and we're not too excited to finish off these.
Especially if it was diluted with some vodka and
That's what
lime
I'm thinking.
juice.
Like, if you put, I don't know, if you throw a Sprite into this, yeah, it would be great. Maybe I'll do that if I can't finish this whole thing. But, that's the goal. That's the goal with consuming anything on this podcast. Once you start it, and it's part of the podcast episode, you must finish. Unless it's New Year's Viking drink. You go. Well, mine was lamer than yours.
The only reason you didn't finish that was because you were starting your fucking New Year's resolution.
That was not great. Totally butchered that resolution. And as you can see, I'm not any more dapper than I was that day. So, poo on the sophisticated wardrobe. But the resolution from 2 years ago is working out wonderfully. Remember
What's
that?
No.
Listen to more Christian music.
Okay, yeah.
Wonderful. Listen to Pulse 101.17. Anyways, yeah.
Oh.
You see, it's wonderful. That initial drink. And it's going down your throat, and it's cool. and then it starts a fire. Yeah, really. See, ginger beer just has that real unique heat. Because I wouldn't say it's spicy.
Ginger, sarsaparilla, horseradish,
Wasabi.
They all have a different. They don't use capsaicin for their heat, their spice. It's a different chemical.
Yeah, bro, it's like heat that goes through your soul, not through your mouth. Like, this cock and bull is wonderful. Like, it's smooth, it's nice, and then there's just
It's
this
spicy.
whole aftertaste of it's spicy.
It'd probably also be better cold.
Yeah, maybe. Do I go get some ice?
I think you should.
Jordan, say something funny.
So, the El Camaro is a car that is a Hot Wheels car. It's not called the El Camaro, but it's a car we discovered in the Hot Wheels video game that looked like a crossover between a El Camino and a Camaro. So we called it the El Camaro. It was very funny. It looks really cool. I like him a lot, but, you know, it's funny. I don't remember its actual name. Anyways, ginger beer is really good. Also, I told him that I had always wanted to try the cock and bull because I actually saw this when I was in the wine and spirits. When I worked in the wine and spirits department over at the other Ivy I worked at for a little while. I'm dying right now if you can't tell. Oh my goodness. Ugh. And I always thought it looked really interesting and really funny because it's cock and bull. It's supposed to be a play on cock and ball, like cock and ball torture. Haha, very funny. Also very not appropriate, but you know, I am the one that's not PG. I thought he came back down, but I guess not. So, yeah, we went and saw the movies. What's something else that happened in the past week? We recorded that Mother's Day special. Keep a lookout for that on Mother's Day. That was really fun.
That was actually, I wouldn't hate to do that again. Maybe with a little bit more structure. But other than that, I loved how natural it was. Like, really good.
Our parents behaved themselves really, really nicely.
I don't know, man. When my mom's on her best behavior, good things really happen.
What the fuck are you doing?
Stop it. Don't judge me. There's something in my ice.
Like what? A piece of glass?
No, like a piece of whatever that was. Piece of glass. I would have mistaken it for a piece of ice and then killed myself with it. But, yeah. How's the ice?
Better.
Better? Is it better when it's cold? Yeah, you can hear that. Crazy. But yeah, since it's so spicy, it's definitely one of those things that you sip. What would you rate cock and bull, Jordan?
I bet you if this was used in an actual cocktail, this would probably be one of the best.
Yeah.
Straight. 6 out of 10.
How would you like reviewing drinks more regularly on this podcast?
I think that'd be an interesting concept.
I think we need to add more consistent kind of things because we review movies and that's all kind of good. But reviewing drinks, especially with some that we have never had before, and then we can start taking requests for drinks.
That would be cool. Man.
That would be fun. That would be more interactive, you know.
I feel like that'd also be an interesting way for me to get you to try certain other types of alcoholic drinks.
Oh, we got to do alcohol.
Sometimes. I'm not saying consistently, but like, you know, I got you to try one thing. You did like it. Okay?
Okay, how about this? If it's alcohol, get one of it.
Yeah. That'd be the goal.
And you can have 80% of it.
It'd be the same sort of process as that Viking beer.
Yeah, so.
That was delicious.
That was great. Okay? I don't like beer, but for beer, that was great. What was it again?
I don't remember.
Oh, wonderful. They don't even get a shout out today. Go to, did we ever recover that New Year's video?
No, I asked you to, and you never did.
I couldn't figure it out.
It's probably still on Facebook somewhere. We could probably figure it out.
Hey, go on our Scottstone Productions Facebook. It's there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But yeah, it's definitely one of those things you sip.
What do you think? Better cold or not?
There's stuff in here,
Is that a clean glass?
I think. I'm not excited about drinking this anymore.
Just close your eyes and just down that shit.
No, it almost looks like there's styrofoam in it.
Oh, yeah, I see that. What the fuck?
Yeah, never mind.
There ain't shit in mine.
Well, good job. Thank you, sir. Well, for what we can drink, we'll enjoy it.
Yes.
I'll give that ginger beer 6 out of 10.
Same.
Really? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. See what else has happened in this past week, brother? We really should have done more planning.
Oh, my goodness.
Any extra things about, like, you know, we've given it a week.
Talk about the comic book store.
Yeah, let's talk about the comic book store, brother. Okay, so I want to start off on this premise. This is the third time I've gone to Minnesota this year. 0 times I've intended on that. Like, that was never planned. The first time was a Minnesota snowboard trip invite from my friend.
Mikey.
And then the second time was a mandatory invite from my girlfriend for her sister's birthday. And then now it's, hey, there's a pretty neat car in Minneapolis. So, that was January, March, and May. So I wonder what's going to happen in July, because every other month I've given y'all North people a visit. But yeah, I took a little trip last time I was there for my girlfriend's sister's birthday. I had a few hours all by myself because Hannah, as soon as she got there, you know, her overnight schedule, as soon as we got into the hotel, she took about a 6-hour nap. I got bored real quick, so I stole her car and went to wherever I wanted.
I like how you just do that. You're just like, I'm bored. I gotta do something. I'm gonna go walk in Kansas City at 12 o'clock at night.
So, that has happened, folks. Anyways, I went to a Target that was attached to, like, this strip mall. Checked out the strip mall. Really cool. It's like, it was attached to, like, an AMC theater. Really cool mall. But I guess no mall really is talked about in Minnesota outside of like the Mall of America. But it was a really neat mall that was really close to our hotel. I then went to a Walmart, and then I'm like, what are some comic book stores that are here in Minneapolis? And I went to a store called Hot Comics and Collectibles, and there was a Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Steve Austin hanging on the freaking rack. And I'm like, I've been looking for that one for months. Sitting with it was a Ric Flair. Let me go get this Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And the Ric Flair?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Da 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 da.
Did you not say anything when I was gone?
No.
Okay, you're great.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Right there.
I like how that came up on the Mother's Day episode.
Yeah. You see, yeah, Stone Cold is one of the better Ultimate Editions, more popular Ultimate Editions for obvious reasons.
Multiple heads.
But, yeah, I was like, that's sick. So I bought it.
It's a cool hat.
I contemplated buying the Ric Flair, but since these things are $40 a piece, it adds up real quick. So, 32 to 45, that's really the range. If you're lucky and you find them at a Target, they're typically $32. But, yeah.
You get lucky and find a discount one.
Or you get lucky and find a discounted one. Yeah. Those are the ones that nobody wants.
The one we found for $12, or that I found for $12.
Yeah, yeah.
The Hardy.
Yeah, Jordan found a Jeff Hardy on clearance, and that was really nice. Really looking out for me, man. But yeah, and I kind of left Minnesota that weekend regretting not getting the Ric Flair because I had yet to see a Ric Flair on shelf anywhere else. And since then, didn't.
I don't see a lot of these Ultimate ones on shelf at all.
Yeah, they're like,
You
they're
fucking take
the
them all.
biggest thing that Mattel Wrestling is doing right now, for realsies. You know, and Jordan, he wanted to hit up not a crazy amount of stores, but you know, he's like, we're in Minneapolis. I want to hit up a cool store. And I took him to the same exact place. And it was nothing short of great.
I didn't buy anything, but
Yeah,
this place was
Jordan's
fantastic.
issue with not buying anything is that there was just too many things he wanted to buy.
Honestly, yeah.
And he's like, I'm too poor to buy the store, so might as well not get anything.
That's kind of that was kind of the mentality with it, to be honest. Like,
But I redeemed myself. And bada bing, bada boom. Got the Ric Flair Baby Goyle.
Baby Goyle.
Baby Goyle.
Look at that guy.
As much as I don't like Ric Flair, it is a beautiful figure, and it is in the same series as this, as the Stone Cold. So, yeah.
What do you mean same series? It's the Ultimate, right? Is there another series?
So the line is called Ultimate Edition.
No, and then
This
they have
is Series 9. Stone Cold
Series
and Ric
9?
Flair were the two for Series 9.
I don't think it really says that anywhere, does it?
It does not. It's very frustrating. You have to look it up. But, Jordan, what are a few things that you liked there that you were saying?
So, the one thing I was disappointed about was they had a lack of my era of Transformers, which is the Unicron trilogy. There's only a couple things like that from there. They had some new figures that I wanted. There was the new deluxe Bumblebee from the new Transformers movie that's coming out, but they had that marked up in price rather than regular retail, and I have no idea why.
Well, they probably bought it at retail, and they're selling it for a little bit more.
I'll just fucking buy it online or something and buy it at Walmart for regular retail.
That's how businesses stay open, Jordan.
It's not. It wasn't an uncommon figure, is why. Like. I
Oh,
don't
really?
get
Okay.
it. Sure, I haven't seen it yet, but like, it's not someone's having any trouble finding. If you're, looking.
Let the river run.
But there was this one. They had a lot of third-party stuff.
Oh, someone's coming.
Which, if you know anything about collector Transformers, there's a huge third-party market. Huge. And they had a lot of those there. I was actually... Do you need to check on that?
I'm going to go check that out. Keep talking.
Okay. There's a huge third-party market, and they had a lot of those there. There was this one that was actually a set of 2 small figures. That was a red alert and a sideswipe. They had it for like $26. I kind of really wanted to get that, but I didn't. Oh. Then they had a few other things. There was a few things that I had never seen in person. So back in, I think, 2007 or 8, they came out with the Classics line, which was the first reimagining of like the original Generation 1 figures for like a modern audience. And a third-party company, or they released an Optimus Prime for that, and it was hugely popular. A third-party company, I think it was Fans Hobby. I'm not sure. They made a trailer for this Optimus Prime because it did not come with one. The Optimus Prime also, the same company also made a sort of like Ultra Magnus style armor kit for it. If you know Ultra Magnus, he's an Optimus Prime but with armor on him. He's another character. I'm tired. But they had this trailer there, and I was like, dude, there's no way. I've never seen anything like this in person before, because I never have. Like, that was before my collector time. Like, wild. Lots of third-party stuff. They had a few other things. They had I think they're called Super 7. They're like PVC figures. They had those on discount. There was a bunch of Banzai-tron. There was a Ghost Starscream, but it was still $40. And like I don't know. The red figures are another PVC figure line. A little bit lower and a little bit smaller. Those are $20, and those are barely. They're not even worth that. But like, I don't know. It was a Ghost of Starscream. It looked really cool, but it wasn't worth that. They did have another figure. I think it was a Generation Selects figure that I was like, oh, that looks alright. I might get that. And then I was like, nah. How are we doing? Smog balls.
Yep. So, the kids are sick. My niece and nephew have been ill. Well, Tyrion only recently. My niece has been ill for like the last week. They've been throwing up and just not doing great. Thank God it's a virus, though, because, you know, back when my mom had a 3-year-old throwing up, he had cancer. So I don't think it's cancer. Anyways, I just gave Tyrion a glass of orange juice. Okay, if that was the wrong answer, sorry, I'm not a parent. But that's the only thing I could think of. My first idea was Pedialyte, but I guess we ran out of that. I gave him a puke bowl, because we always have puke bowls. And then Did I spill something? What the heck? Anyways. I give him a puke bowl, glass of orange juice, put on some YouTube for him. Hopefully he gets a little bit better. But it shouldn't pass until a few days from now. But yeah, kids are not doing very well. Hopefully I don't get it because I don't need that. I can't afford that. But yeah, as you did notice, I brought down smog balls because I forgot to bring them down. And I bet you were hoping I forget them.
No. I honestly thought you brought them down already.
So a lot of people don't know this because I only found out, 2 years ago. Jordan is hypersensitive to sour stuff. Smog Balls is under the same company as Toxic Waste.
Toxic waste.
And I personally think they are more sour than Toxic Waste. I personally think this is the most sour candy I've ever purchased. And that's why
I had one of
keep
these the
going
last
back
time you
to
bought
them.
some. When you lived with me.
Mm-hmm.
And
How was that experience?
It was awful.
Why?
Because, I could just... my mouth is in pain thinking about it right now. If that gives you any sort of idea.
So, the goal is for you to not bite it, okay? But just, shake it around in your mouth until it dissolves. But really work on it too, like suck on it.
I will last as long as I can, okay?
Okay, here you go.
I want you to set a timer.
Okay, I'll set a timer.
Oh, fuck.
Timers are really only fun when you can compare them to other things, but... yeah, starting... now. Alright, that'll be lovely. But, yeah. Jordan. So you avoid things like Sour Patch Kids?
Sometimes. Sour Patch Kids are alright, but I avoid them for a different reason.
Warheads?
Warheads are just completely off the table.
I think these are more sour than Warheads. They just don't last as long. I think the core of these is like straight malic acid almost.
Probably is, actually.
But I think they're awesome. The only thing I'd say is don't eat too many of them or your mouth is not going to like you for a few days. I actually remember back in middle school, I bought a bag of 175 Warheads. It was only that big because it was seasonal. It was either Easter or Halloween or Valentine's Day or whatever. It was the day after. And that's when candy is on discount. And I got one of those big old bags. And that means, you put it in a candy bowl. You just grab one whenever you pass the bowl, whenever you feel like it, right? Dead skin started forming in all parts of my mouth after a week. And it would continue to be a problem for another week. I was like, oh my goodness, that was too many Warheads. So yeah, how you doing? You've lasted 1 minute and 40. Are you keeping it in one spot or what? Yeah? Okay. Are you not going to talk for this? Jordan, I don't know if you've forgotten, but we're running a podcast here. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're making this video more and more important to this episode. I need you to know. But yeah, Jordan, what else should I talk about, huh? Well, he's looking at me. He's looking at me. I can't go check on whatever the hell is happening in the basement because you can't talk. Oh, someone might be here. And someone might be super angry with me that I'm not supervising the children. Uh-oh. We'll see. What are you trying to do on your phone right now? Jordan, I have one in my mouth as well, and I am talking. So I do not know what your deal is. Jordan, are you texting me? What are you trying to do? He's playing with his phone. I assume he's typing something out so we can get a message across. No? Then what are you doing? Show me your phone. Come on. There's not a single furry on your phone, I promise. Oh, he's laughing. There must be a furry on his phone. Jordan. Say something. How's your experience? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay, a very wagging near thumbs up. Okay, let's see. I wonder what all you said about the collectibles store. But the guy there was very talkative. Whew. The sour's getting to me. Ooh, man. Jordan, you just showed me this transformer for $100. Was this at the store? No? Why are you showing this to me? It's a sold out pre-order. Must be high demand. Legacy Evolution Commander Armada Universe Optimus Prime. I have no clue why you show me this. Jordan, talk, for the love of God. Jordan, this is not good content.
One coming tomorrow.
Oh, you have one coming tomorrow. Okay, good. You beat the pre-order. I wish I could beat the pre-order. I feel like there's so much competition in wrestling figures collecting. Oh, someone's coming. Is someone coming? No? Okay. Jordan, I'm almost demanding you spit this out.
It's not even sour yet.
Start sucking on it.
I am.
Roll it around. Get it in your mouth. All right, bite into it.
This is what you get.
Bite into it.
You asked for this.
Please bite into it.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Well, at least you're talking. So. Was there anything that you would drive back to Minneapolis for? If, the trip in and of itself was worth it.
If I had a random $300 of expendable money, yes.
What?
It's two things. They had a crystal convoy from the Generations, the Classics line, released in 2007 or 2008. And then there was the thing I mentioned earlier while you were gone, a trailer.
Okay. Yeah, there was actually quite a bit of Ninja Turtle stuff, quite a bit of Marvel stuff. So many things that I wish I could afford. But, you can only ever get one sometimes. No. Or none. Especially for me lately. But, what's up?
What are you doing?
Podcasting?
You left some children upstairs.
Honestly, he was up there literally 5 minutes before you got home. Not
You
even
drinking beer
They've been mostly
No.
sleeping.
this whole time?
Yeah. Dude, your baby's out. Like, out.
Looks sick.
Yeah.
Terrence said he threw up down here.
Yeah, he threw up on the stairs that you probably stepped on. Yeah. So, good job to you. I'm going to put a rag on that later
Where's
once
the
we're
camera?
done. Right there. You're standing next to it. This thing, that totally is like a camera right here.
Looks like a light.
It is a light. It's a
It's got a ring light on it.
it's a webcam.
What are you guys talking about?
Why are you
We're talking
wearing
about-
his sun shirt.
We're talking about Minnesota, and
Can
we're
we
talking
talk
about
how Jordan doesn't love me? And he's all about Isaac.
sure.
Jordan doesn't ever text me anymore
Mm-hmm.
or anything.
I got sour candy in my mouth.
He said he hates me.
But
I
yeah,
never said
I
that.
just thought of another thing that we can talk about on the podcast.
What's that?
Jordan,
Pregnant?
what happened? No. Jordan, what happened at 4 o'clock today?
I'm not so sure about that being the right answer.
Who is getting that one pregnant?
The other one.
That one's gone.
Where'd it go?
We got rid of it like a week ago. No,
Oh,
3 days
she
ago.
might be pregnant.
Nope, she's not pregnant.
You know they can incest.
Okay, she's not pregnant. You know, they can incest. She's not pregnant. Guys, if you're confused, we're talking about my basement cat. She's a basement cat because
Why'd you ask
she doesn't like going upstairs.
The other one's gone. That's sad.
Yeah, it's a little sad, but that one was just never going to get used to people.
They will eventually.
I mean, it
I'm
would have
confident in that.
eventually, but not on my mom's time frame.
Frankie's about to have her babies.
Okay, cool. We are still having a podcast. You can either join or leave.
Oh, I've never been on one. Let me join.
Sure, yeah. Jordan, you want to
What?
scoot over?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, you're going to need to speak up then.
Okay.
Jordan, what happened at 4 o'clock today?
What did happen at 4 o'clock today?
Cindy, what happened at
Isaac was
4
on
o'clock?
the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac was on. He did a commercial. I mentioned that earlier. But I guess we didn't really talk about it.
We didn't really talk about it yet. But since we're eclipsing 1 hour and we're really running dry on what to talk about, let's talk about it. Yeah. See, I don't really want to make it too big of a deal. You know, even though I posted it on Instagram, but I almost kind of felt like a dork posting it on Instagram. I don't want to make it a too big a deal because all I had to do was be an intern at a radio station. And even then, it's still just a promo where I'm not saying my name or anything like that. But it would be a neat soundbite to put on my website for my portfolio. Especially if I want to get into the voiceover business, you know? I did get repeated compliments from AJ and Rajan that I'm pretty good at voiceover and I'm pretty good at like having a commercial voice.
Man, it comes with doing almost a year of podcasting.
It comes with doing a lot of Isaac Narrates,
Mm-hmm.
which I think I'm going to turn that. I'm going to turn Isaac Narrates into a podcast in and of itself where I don't have a scheduled set of things to do. I just narrate stuff whenever I want, however long I want, however short I want. But I don't know when I'll do that. But I got a lot of time on my hands because, you know, I got freaking rejected for my full-time job.
Really?
Yeah, they don't want me right now because
Of
the
your
radio
availability.
station availability is making things a lot of.
Well, you're still getting paid.
I am still getting paid, but the radio station availability is making things a little bit foggy on if I can or if I can't do a lot of things throughout the summer. And so they said that they would love to touch base with me in the fall. So I don't know how regular of a thing it is to say I have a new job scheduled for right after the
I
summer.
got one question about that, though.
What's up?
School.
They are aware that I'm a part-time student. I even sent them the email back saying, hey, I am going to be a part-time student, but it's a little bit less demanding than, you know, working for a radio station that does
Jamie's in.
events, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's in heat.
She was, at least.
So, yeah. Jordan, what'd you think of your boy being on the radio?
So that was a whole like experience because like he told me he was not gonna be on the radio. Like he told me
I
that
know, we asked him yesterday.
in confidence. Like not even just like jokingly. He just straight up said, "No, I'm not gonna be doing anything like that."
That's how you convince people.
And then he was like, he had me come into his car today. And we were listening to the radio, and he was like making a point to listen to this part of the radio, and I was just so confused. I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then it was over.
This man said it did not sound like me, so he believed it was not me.
I didn't.
After I confirmed we were not waiting for anything
I wasn't
on the
looking for
radio
you,
station.
so like I didn't think it was you.
I guess I was a little too convincing.
When you first heard it, it doesn't sound like you, but when you replay it back,
Mhm.
then you know it's you, so then it just sounds like you.
Yeah. So yeah, as Jordan says, we're just two schmucks with microphones on a podcast. But one of these schmucks made it to the local radio, which will be a promo that gets played all throughout the summer because it's advertising the city stops for the summer. So yeah, you're going to be hearing my voice sometimes. I don't know, maybe like a few times a day. Every day for the next 3 months. Which is really cool.
What's a city stop?
What's a city stop? I don't know. Listen to the promo.
Why are you talking like that? Is
You're-
your tongue pierced?
No.
I told you I'm eating a sour candy.
Yeah, he's got sour candy. He's hypersensitive to sour. So we're seeing how long he lasts. Are you to the sour part yet?
Not really. It is.
How long is this?
Why did you last seconds when you tried it when we lived together?
I think I bit into it.
You
or
bit into
something.
it? Yeah, okay.
I don't know. This one doesn't taste very sour. Maybe this desensitized me a little bit.
Yeah. We need to get more ice.
I just got some.
Great.
Problem solved.
Should I get a strainer?
You didn't answer my question.
What was your question?
What's a city stop?
What's a city stop? Okay, so I'm not going to advertise this to you. I'm going to try to explain what a city stop is in my best ability. Is that Hannah's leggings?
Yep.
No way.
Oh yeah.
I hope not. Anyways,
Why?
because she looks good in those.
I'm not stretching them out.
Okay. They are yoga pants or whatever, so I guess they, retain their size.
You wear my clothes, I can wear hers.
Anyways, a city stop is really, you have a birthday or just whatever generic event you have during the summer and be like, hey, what if I got like a radio station to pull up their van and play some jams that they play regularly for 30 minutes and liven up the place, You can do that, and it's completely free. You just have to, let them know far in advance, see if they got the people for it. And, usually if you have one person that's able to do it, and you have less than like 50 or less than 100, there's only one person that needs to be able to do it. But yeah, if you want an extended city stop, those will get a little bit pricey, but usually it's just companies that do that or bigger organizations that do that. Like our first extended city stop, to my knowledge, we get new city stop offers every single day so far. We are going to be at DCG. No, not DCG. Des Moines Christian? Yeah, Des Moines Christian.
DMC.
DMC. Yeah. It's their field day. And they want us there for 2 hours to play music. And so, yeah. I'm not going to talk about pay on air. But extended city stops pay the interns pretty well. Not going to lie. But yeah.
Nice.
You have any other questions?
How big is this entire like building that you're in? Like, is it a decently sized building, or
It's
is
a
it
church. The radio station is like in the back part, shares a gym area. of a church. But that's not to say it isn't cool. For what it is. Oh, Jordan's to the sour part.
Mm-hmm.
It really freaking ambushes you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. How's it going? Nobody can see it because of these boxes. Nobody can see it because of that bottle. What are you doing? Okay. But yeah, it's a very nice studio area. You have, the studio where all the magic happens, right? And just outside of that is an office where they can receive... Okay. An office where they can receive phone calls. Right next to that is another office where they can receive phone calls. It's kind of like a side-by-side receptionist kind of deal. Okay, and then just on the outside is another... it's like in this cozy little corner of an office is where my boy Chris works. Chris, cool thing about Chris has worked for a number of major local stations in the area. Chris used to work for Laser. Yeah. Chris used to work for Laser, Star 102.5, and so yeah, he's got a lot of experience in like the technical stuff of radio. Jordan has gone full on ape in like the most, I don't know. But yeah, upstairs is pretty nice. It's carpeted. It's really nice actually. Really segmented off. That's where my boss and Rajan, Rachel and Rajan is upstairs. And then across the upstairs is where AJ and I work. And yeah, that's kind of like the office space that we share. But it's really kind of like, it's like, hey, you guys can both sit at this desk if you want to. But like really explore the area. I could work on the computer sitting at the long table or on the couch or just something. It's really lax environment. So yeah. Jordan, is it gone? You could spit it out. I really, really regret you doing the smog ball if you're not going to talk this much into the freaking thingy. You almost done? I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, Jordan. Rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. 0. What are you doing? Are you thinking through the scale? This is the worst podcast ever. Oh my goodness. Jordana, please say something. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Jordan. Okay, he finally spit it out after 22 minutes, 18 seconds. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You never have to do that again. Good job.
Weird.
What?
That looks weird.
Ew, you're cleaning that up.
It's just like a little pebble.
I know, but like, that came out of your
The
face.
pain was 0 because it was not painful.
Really?
It was... The way I can sour is like pinching. Pinching doesn't hurt. It's annoying as shit.
Pinching hurts. Hannah pinches me.
Okay, I guess pinching can hurt.
Hey, did you take the guns off? Oh my goodness, you put them on the holsters. That's sick. Oh, you very delicately put them on the holsters.
Well, that's the only way they go on there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Little detail I did not know about my action figure, actually.
I actually want to talk about that real quick.
What?
The new Star-Lord figure does not have the guns that he used in the movie.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Unless I'm just mistaken. But I really don't think I am.
I really don't think you are either. Maybe they're not the exact ones that this one has, but this is the closest to a pistol that these have ever been drawn as. But hey, we're at an hour 16. Let's start getting into the closing stuff, huh? What do you think? Finally. That felt a little bit longer. Mainly because the slow points were pretty slow. So sorry to those who... Or congratulations to those who made it this far.
I don't think it felt slow or long at all, actually.
Well, anyways...
I think that you feel that way just because you're impatient and you don't like just sitting there.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Jordan,
What?
you got some YouTube stats for us?
I can pull up some.
Okay. Well, while you're looking for that, I'm going to do some Anchor stats. I'm still going to call it Anchor even though it's not Anchor anymore. We have an audience size that dropped all the way down to 7.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that fluctuates. It's just in the last 7 days how all that works. We had a really good week last week. Really good week last week. I don't know why. Maybe it had something to do with my movie coming out. And people also, like, got wind of this. And I don't know. But, yeah, we're almost to 600 plays. We got 570 all-time plays. Nothing else crazy out of the ordinary. But, yeah. Yeah.
So,
hoping to hear some better news on the YouTube side of things.
we had a pretty decent spike with the views. You got a new promo that was uploaded on May 7th that has 1,000 views right now.
Yes, sir. 6 likes.
And then the film project got up to 103 views.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Episode 35 got 11 views. What is... I wonder if... Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, we got 1.2 thousand views in the past 28 days.
Nice.
11.9 watch time in hours in the past 28 days.
Nice.
And plus 2 subscribers in the past 28 days.
Nice. Nothing new for Instagram. We haven't gotten a follower in, I don't know, a month.
It's been a while.
Guys, please share the Instagram. Like, if you don't have the capacity to share the physical podcast, at least give the Instagram a shout out, man. Okay? If we get more followers on the Instagram, the more the Instagram will reach people, and the more people will be like interested and a little curious on what we do over here on the Too Many Words podcast. But yeah, we've been just stuck at 70 for the longest time. And we love you 70 people who are following us. But we got to keep on going onward and upward. You know what I'm saying, Jordan?
So I think what's going on is we kind of reached the peak of the point where our friends and family members have kind of, they've kind of either all followed us or they're just not going to.
Yeah. We've hit that immediate audience. We gotta reach We gotta start putting money
we gotta
into some
break
of these.
that barrier, man.
We got
Have you seen Horton Hears a Hue?
Hue?
A Who?
Is that the color blue?
You know that that scene where they're like busting through those clouds with like, woo, oh, here. You know that shit. You know, we gotta do that, but with like with the podcast. Be like, yo, this is a dope podcast. Listen to it.
You know,
now
there are a lot of benefits to this to this internship, this summer internship. I think I'm going to learn a thing or two about getting the word out there about this.
I'm telling you, we need to do like
Stickers. We got to do stickers.
proper advertisement.
What was that?
I'm
You
drinking this.
drank the sour thingy?
I'm slowly drinking it.
Proper advertisement.
Proper advertisement. Stickers, magnets. You know, just start putting things somewhere. Like, let's do fucking TikTok videos where we go stand on the side of the road, but like, here you go.
Guys, on all socials is accessible through the website, thescaldstone.com.
And I'm telling you guys, you need to share us on the Instagram. Share us with your dog. That's all I want.
Sure. Jordan, you didn't drink alcohol. You drank ginger beer and a sour candy.
I know.
Anyways. Yeah, please tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend's friend. Tell anyone. Okay? Too Many Words Podcast. Find it. Scaldstone Productions. Find it. Okay? I'm not going to specify what is on. Okay? Just Google both on all platforms if you're curious. But
Vince McMahon.
But yeah, we really gotta get on the up and up about reaching like complete strangers, and that's on us. But hey, we wouldn't have gotten this far without you, and we need to get further with you. So please and thank you.
I think you met our number one fan today, didn't you?
That guy at the deli.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, he actually kind of pointed at me, smiled, and said, "Hey." I'm like, what's up? It's almost like he kind of like got excited to see me for the first time.
He probably did. He really, I'm not joking about that. He is our number one fan.
Good.
He loves our content.
Really?
It's great.
Really?
I love it. Thank you
What's
so much,
his name?
Christian. Christian.
Christian what?
I don't remember.
Christian from the Grimes
Wink,
Deli.
wink,
You a real
nudge,
one,
nudge.
brother.
I do remember. It's just I don't want to say him.
Okay, that's fine.
What was I about to say? Oh, he's actually leaving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, long live Christian in our hearts.
Someday we'll have him on the podcast.
Yeah, sure.
I
Absolutely.
got his number, so.
And then he's going to absolutely think that we're losers once he finds out where this place is.
I've been kind of holding off on some of our guests once we get more of a professional sort of setting.
Yeah, this is bad. I've been starting to think, hey, maybe we can just start doing podcasts in the quiet rooms in the library at DMAC. Obviously not all the time, but some of the time. What do you think? Would you drive to Ankeny for that?
Not every week.
Not every week, but every time we have a guest. But obviously
Maybe
we're not
every
going to...
time we had a guest, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We just... I don't know. I don't know how much of a problem DMAC would have me having non-students come over into the library all the time to not do homework-related stuff. I don't know. Anyways, Jordan, where can we find us personally?
You can find me on TikTok. It's not just Jordan. You can see lots of car content on there.
You can find me on a plethora of socials under the username I_William Joseph. Thank you very much. Jordan, who or what do we want to make this podcast episode out to?
This podcast episode goes out to Cock and Bull.
Really? We didn't like it that much.
I think it's funny, so.
All right. This podcast goes out to my new wheels, my new set of wheels. That is, even though, you kind of had a hard argument on how safe the Tacoma was. And I definitely think it was safer than what my mom perceived it as. But this Subaru Forester, this is going to take me everywhere this summer, and I'm super thankful for its existence, super thankful for the guy that sold it to me. This episode goes out to my brand new red Subaru Forester.
It's funny because like you always said, or I don't know if you ever said it, but I'm sure you never
20-year-old me would have keeled over hearing that I got a Subaru, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's like you probably never thought ever you would have gotten a Subaru.
Yeah. Shows that I've changed.
Yeah, you have.
I'm capable of overcoming and growing as a person. So,
All right, amen on 3.
Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen. Why are you so bad at